Hi, my name is Chelsea White, and I'm representing Group 5 for the final project. Included with me is Leanne Norris, Kyle Schilling, and Jessica Thomas. We decided to go with Uber for our final project and analyze their operational strategy. Just to get a little background of Uber, they are a ride-hailing smartphone app that connects riders with drivers. They offer on-demand transportation service that operates on a smartphone platform, and you can get reliable rides with a private driver. So Uber has said some of these snippets. We ignite opportunity by setting the world in motion. Good things happen when people can move, whether across town or towards their dreams. Opportunities appear, open up, become reality. What started as a way to tap a button to get a ride has led to billions of moments of human connection as people around the world go all kinds of places in all kinds of ways with the help of our technology. In addition to helping you get from point A to point B, we're working to bring the future closer with self-driving technology and urban air transport, helping people order food quickly and affordably, removing barriers to healthcare, creating new freight booking solutions, and helping companies provide a seamless employee travel experience. So the things that are underlined are just some of the things that Uber is looking to go into, such as transporting healthcare, people to hospitals, and of course there's Uber Eats and such. So Uber has 41.8 million Uber users in the US alone, but 75 million Uber users worldwide. They are in 789 cities, 6 continents, and had $20 billion worth of sales in 2016. So Uber's operational strategy, we decided to focus more on their pricing strategy, so it can be broken up into 3 segments. 1, flexible and cost-effective rideshare options. 2, dynamic pricing strategy. And 3, upfront pricing. Now I'm going to let Jessica talk about our strengths and weaknesses.
Uber has a lot of strengths, including brand equity, low overhead cost, an intelligent revenue model, surge pricing, U.S. patents, a user-friendly smartphone app, and they are also diversified with divisions like Uber Eats, Uber Business, and Uber Freight. A main strength is Uber's location-based and smartphone platform. Traditional taxi companies charge a flat rate. However, surge pricing allows Uber to charge higher rates when demand increases. For example, Uber inflated prices between midnight and 3 a.m. on New Year's Eve. This allowed Uber to increase their revenue when there was an increase in demand. To gain a competitive advantage, Uber has purchased rideshare and surge pricing patents. In January of 2017, Uber purchased 66 ride-sharing patents and 10 patent applications from AT&T. This gave Uber priority in intellectual property protection prior to anything claimed by Lyft or other competitors. Uber's decentralized business model with contracted drivers decreases their overhead cost. A taxi industry is more regulated, resulting in additional taxes and fees, as well as having to cover employee benefits and maintenance costs. Uber's business model circumnavigates this, allowing them to operate at a lower cost while remaining profitable. One personal example of Uber's flexible and cost-effective rideshare options is related to Uber Business. In the area I work in at UAB, we utilize Uber Business to pick up guests from the airport and take them to their hotel. The trip is automatically charged to a UAB credit card, and a receipt is emailed to our department for reconciliation purposes. This eliminates the guest having to pay a taxi and be reimbursed, and it is a service that we are able to schedule very easily. Despite its strengths, there are flaws in Uber's business model, including damages to the brand. Uber's controversies have damaged its reputation. There have been lawsuits, allegations of sexual harassment in the workplace, and self-driving car mishaps. From the Business Insider article titled, "Uber's String of Controversies Have Seriously Hurt Its Reputation," 1,500 people were surveyed, and 57% have a negative or neutral impression of Uber. 81% were aware of the scandals, and 56% who left Uber in the recent months did so because of the bad publicity. While surge pricing is a strength for Uber, it's also a weakness. Uber was criticized for increasing prices during Hurricane Sandy, the Chelsea, New York bombings, the Massachusetts snowstorms, and the Australian hostage crisis. In Sydney, an armed assailant burst into a city cafe and took hostages. As people were evacuating the area, this caused an increase in demand. Uber was highly criticized as fees hiked upwards as 4 times their normal rate. When demand increases because of a crisis or natural disaster, Uber needs to be able to act quickly to adjust the rates. I will now turn things over to Leanne, who will discuss the opportunities and threats.
Several opportunities to improve their operations. One of those is accountability and performance. Uber can improve by offering its services based on these measures. Smartphones are a premier platform for data collection and allows Uber to track driver performance. In addition to this, it can identify top performers and also address any issues of reported misconduct. Disposable personal income is increasing, and as this rises, customers will be willing to pay more for convenience. Although Uber was developed in the United States, its pricing strategies are universal and can easily be applied in other countries, allowing them a plethora of room to grow. Uber offers convenience through the rideshare options, but as its pricing platform is exceedingly versatile, they have been able to expand to other business niches, such as Uber Eats and Uber for Business. One department at UAB actually uses Uber for Business on a regular basis. Uber could look at options like Uber for Health or Uber for Pets, where drivers would take patients to the doctor or pets to the vet. Although Uber has many ways to protect its coveted and successful operational strategies, they face many threats both internally and externally to remain competitive, which are listed below. Employee retention is Uber's main internal threat. Uber's pricing strategy allows them to offer rides at a lower rate. However, this has resulted in internal turmoil between drivers and the company. To combat this, drivers have gone on strike and or are leaving to work for Uber's competitors such as Lyft and Taxify. Uber also has several competitors across the globe that poses threats to Uber in general. As mentioned previously, Uber does have many patents. However, not all of these have a global impact, which allows some of their competitors to capitalize on its strategies. Legislation is one of Uber's primary external barriers. For example, the city of New York has placed a ban on the number of rideshare drivers. Furthermore, there are many countries that have made rideshare services illegal altogether, such as Bulgaria and Germany. Here's a map indicating countries where Uber and other rideshare options are banned or partially banned. Next, Kyle will cover our recommendations and perceived obstacles.
Recommendations. Establish good working relationships with local and state governments. It's important not only for Uber to establish good working relationships statewide, but also locally, so that they can provide the best services possible for their customers. Next, reestablish trust with consumers following threatening news stories that have covered the national media as of late. Recently, there have been multiple stories that have circulated throughout the national news media that have called Uber's safety into question. And it's important for Uber to reestablish trust with consumers following these stories. Next, limit surge pricing during crisis situations. There will always be crisis situations such as natural disasters like tornadoes, hurricanes, tsunamis, etc. It's important for Uber to limit surge pricing during these trying times for many people. Perceived issues and challenges. Difficult to establish relationships with state and local governments due to Uber's decentralized organizational structure. Next, safety guidelines. Each individual driver and representative of Uber cannot be monitored on an individual basis throughout the entire year. So safety may be put a little bit into jeopardy. Next, recruitment of quality drivers. This has become a problem as of late for Uber, and it does not show signs of slowing down in the near future. Finally, customer retention with increasing competitors. Other ride services such as Lyft, MyTaxi, etc. have begun to enter the marketplace, challenging Uber. Customers have began to utilize these other transportation services, and this has taken a part of Uber's business and given it to another competitor. So it will be interesting to see how they handle this dilemma with retaining customers while all these new competitors enter the marketplace and offer rewards, etc., for using their service versus Uber's. These are our references for the presentation, and we thank you all very much for listening.